My name is Maggie.
And I'm Eric Wing, and we are your anchors for today.
We have had some breaking news recently. Elvis Presley has passed away, and not only that, the Beatles have broken up. Let's take it to the news.
Hello, I'm here with Lisa Marie Presley. I'm so sorry for your loss, Ms. Presley.
Thanks, Noosh. It was really devastating. I'm still really upset.
I think the whole world is shocked that the king of rock has just suddenly passed away. The music culture was so heavily influenced by him. He will be dearly missed. So how are you handling this?
My family and I are just still in a lot of shock. It's really surprising because he's still really young and talented and just died so young.
What do you think the music culture is going to do with him gone?
I have no idea.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Okay, everybody, wake up. Nina, Shirley, and Keith Martin's waking up, waking up. Danny, Chris, and Tracy, waking up, waking up. To Kellogg's Rice Krispies, hear the roar, let 'em pour. We got the whole Parker's family waking up, snap, crackle, pop.
Wake up like the Partridge Family. Wake up with Kellogg's Rice Krispies.
Today we have some news for you. Recently, the Beatles have broken up.
Wow, one of the greatest bands ever has just broken up. Today here we have Paul McCartney to speak to us.
And now here's Audrey with your latest.
I'm here with Paul McCartney from the Beatles. So why exactly did your band break up?
Well, there wasn't one reason exactly. It was mostly because our manager died, and we just started working on our own projects.
Why did you guys start working on solo projects?
Well, we wanted to be a part of family more and spend more time with our family.
Did all of you agree on spending time with your family, or did that create more conflict?
Yeah, I think it worked out pretty well because now I get to spend more time with my family and watch my children grow up.
Okay, thanks for being on the show.
Jaws is such a good movie because for the first time we see a shark going around eating everyone else.
It's never been featured before in the 1970s, so it really gave the audience something to view.
It's something that you have never seen before, and it's totally interesting to watch.
Now here's the trailer.
Survived millions of years of evolution without change, without passion, and without logic. It lives to kill. A mindless eating machine. It will attack and devour anything. It is as if God created the devil and gave him jaws. This is Universal's extraordinary motion picture version of Peter Benchley's best-selling novel, Jaws.
I just found out that a girl got killed here last week. And you knew it. You knew there was a shark out there. You knew it was dangerous. But you let the people go swimming anyway. Did you see that?
It's all psychological. You yell barracuda. Everybody says, huh? What? You yell shark. We've got a panic on our hands on the 4th of July.
Is it true that most people get attacked by sharks in 3 feet of water, about 10 feet from the beach?
Yeah.
What we are dealing with here is a perfect engine, an eating machine.
We're not only going to have to close the beach, we're going to have to hire somebody to kill the shark.
Bad fish. But I'll catch him and kill him.
Did you hear your father? Out of the water now!
This shark, swallow you whole. You're going to need a bigger boat.
That's a 20-footer.
25. 3 tons of them.
Hurry up, he's coming straight for us. Don't screw it up now. Don't wait for me. Now! Shoot! What's his tail? Give him room! I can't! He's trying to run! Oh! Come quick! I can't hold it! Hurry!
Jaws. Roy Scheider, Robert Shaw, Richard Dreyfuss. Jaws. See it before you go swimming.
The Godfather was a movie that was just so violent, and viewers had never ever thought of creating a movie about it before.
There's so much action, and the storyline in this movie is completely amazing.
Especially since it being featured off the mafia, the director really put all the actors into play, and they really made their character.
What do you want of me? Do what I beg you to do.
Now you come to me and you say, Don Corleone, give me justice. You come into my house and you ask me for the murder.
I ask you for justice.
That is not justice.
They want to get mixed up in the family business? You gotta get up close like this, and bada bing, you blow their brains all over your nice Ivy League suit. I give them one message, I want Salazzo off. Now it's all out war, we go to the back. Some of the other families won't sit still. They hand me Salazzo. Father would want to hear this. This is business, not personal. They shot my father. Even the shooting of your father was business, not personal.
You know my father. Men are coming here to kill him.
I never wanted this for you. I worked my whole life. I don't apologize to take care of my family. And I refused. Be a fool. Dancing on the string held by all those big shots.
It's not personal. It's strictly business.
The Brady Bunch was a show that featured a man with his 3 sons and a woman with her 3 daughters, and they all came together as one big family.
This is something definitely you and your family will watch in your free time, and it's definitely very interesting.
Yeah, it's a really good show to spend time with your family and just watch together. And yeah, here's the show.
Here's the story of a lovely lady who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls. All of them had hair of gold, like their mother, the youngest one in curls. It's the story of a man named Brady who was busy with 3 boys of his own. They were 4 men living all together, yet they were all alone. Till the one day when the lady met this fellow, and they knew that it was much more than a hunch, that this group must somehow form a family. That's the way they all became the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. That's the way they became the Brady Bunch.
The 1970s featured a show called All in the Family. This show had won 2 Emmy Awards, and it was also rated #1 show in America.
This show is very interesting to watch, and it's definitely something you would want to check out.
It broke new grounds in television, and it talked about topics never mentioned before on screens.
Here is
By the way, Glenn Miller played.
Swords and neighborhood parade.
Guys like us, we had it made.
Those were the days. And you knew where you were then.
Girls were girls and men were men. Mister, we could use a man like Herbert Hoover again. Didn't need no welfare states.
Everybody pulled his weight. Gee, our old LaSalle ran great. Those were the days.
And don't forget these upcoming shows. At 8:30 we have the Jackson 5. At 9 o'clock we have the Osmonds. At 9:30 we have Mad Mad Monsters. At 10:30 the Brady Kids. At 11 Bewitched. At 11:30 your 11:30 news.
Mr. Green? Mr. Green?
Yeah.
you need any help? I just want you to know, I think you're the best ever.
Yeah, sure.
Want my Coke? It's okay, you can have it.
No.
Really, you can have it.
Okay.
A Coke and a smile makes me feel good. Makes me feel nice.
Be around.
That's the way it should be. I like to see
Hey, kid.
the whole world smiling with me. Coca-Cola has life. Have a Coke and
Thanks, Mean Joe.
A movie called Saturday Night Fever came out, and you could tell most of the characters were wearing disco-type clothing. Now that that's becoming more popular, many men and women are wearing their hair in afros and are wearing more bright, colorful patterns on their clothing.
As new sports are becoming popular, for example roller skating and skateboarding, so are the fashion trends worn while participating in these sports. Stretchy and shiny fabrics became the new thing. As people wore these types of fabric and clothing, more and more designers have caught on and started producing more clothing in relation to these fabrics, knowing many would rather.
Right now, we're with Special Forces Commander Johnson, and where they are holding possibly more than 60 hostages.
Please!
I left the fridge open!
Please! Please, I have a family!
Can you explain to me what you and your team are going to do here?
We're planning, I got my team here, and we're planning to infiltrate their base. Hopefully they're not keeping more than 60, so we can all get them home safe.
That sounds like a plan.
Look at that girl in the mirror. Is it really me? Who'd ever think in just a few little minutes I could look so very pretty? A misty happening has happened to me. Misty happening by Proctor Silex.
Misty, new portable hairdryer from Proctor Silex. Light, compact, goes anywhere. Dries quick like a hardtop. Fits comfortably even over curlers. No strings, so there's no tightness. No marks. 4 heat selections. Beauty mist for better holding sets and quick touch-ups. And it's lifelong. Never needs service.
Misty happening. By Proctor Silex.
As the years of 1970 goes on, there have been new technologies and new adventures.
Recently, Microsoft Word was just invented, and I personally think it's just going to be the next big thing for businesses.
Some of the new things invented are the VCR, the floppy disk, and the Sony Walkman.
The VCR is perfect for your family for whenever you want to watch a movie. You can instantly watch it.
The Sony Walkman is this thing that you can just carry around and listen to music everywhere you go.
That's it.
There's never been a puzzle quite like Rubik's Cube, and America may never be the same. A medical journal has written about a unique phenomenon, Rubik's Thumb. A museum recognized it as a work of art. Rubik's Cube has been involved in divorce proceedings. People are practicing in clinics, entering contests, and competing across the country. Rubik's Cube from Ideal. 25 million Americans have made it a part of their lives. How about you?
Hi, we have some breaking news outside in front of the Olympic Stadium in Munich, West Germany.
Where 11 Israeli athletes and coaches have just been killed.
All the fans in the crowd were so shocked when this happened. The Olympics, everyone is very disappointed that the Olympics are now going to be delayed.
Even Mark Spitz, the greatest swimmer so far, has just went home.
Munich's Olympic Village. He knows the world is watching. Hundreds of TV cameras in place to cover the Olympic Games, now trained on this window. Inside, 2 Israeli athletes are dead. Another 9 Israelis held hostage by a group of Palestinian gunmen calling themselves Black September. A hastily established crisis team is trying to negotiate their release. The terrorists want hundreds of Palestinian prisoners released from Israeli jails. Nothing else will do.
The sergeant chief told me more times, even when I asked again, don't try, I'm a soldier. I got an order, I have to fulfill that order. You offer us a window. And this window we have to use to show the situation of our people.
Security at the Games was minimal. For reasons still unclear, officials also appeared to have ignored one of 26 possible terror scenarios, which specifically warned of a possible hostage-taking by Palestinian militants. The lax security approach was deliberate. Authorities wanted to show a very different Olympics and a very different Germany from that of 1936, when Hitler had hosted the Games in Berlin. But this fear of appearing in any way militaristic had given rise to a police force that was completely ill-equipped and untrained to deal with terrorism. The plan to pledge the terrorists safe exit, then kill them, went disastrously wrong. In a firefight at a nearby military airfield, the terrorists turned their guns on their hostages. Once the firing stopped, all 9 of the Israeli hostages, a German policeman, and 5 of the 8 terrorists were dead. Fencing coach Andrei Spitzer was killed that night. His wife Anki remembers visiting the flat in Connolly Street.
I went up and by myself, and then I stood there in the room, and the chaos was incredible because, blood all over the place. They brought them food that they didn't eat. They didn't let them go to the bathroom. It was total chaos, and I just stood there and looked, and I said to myself, if this is where they spend the last hours of their life, I am going to talk about it. I have to tell about it.
Olympic dreams shattered in a very black September, when the face of international terrorism, now all too familiar, made its horrifying grand entrance onto the world's television screens. Diana Magne, CNN, Berlin.
Hello, we are here to talk about new music trends, starting off with disco.
Disco became the new thing after rock and roll died out, and disco clubs are the new thing now, helping minorities and kids socialize.
Michael Jackson also is moving on with his career. It all started when he and his brothers had a band called the Jackson 5. Now his career is skyrocketing.
Hi, I'm here with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar from the Lakers. They're apparently on a 33-win streak, so how's it going for you guys?
Well, I feel like my team's working hard, I'm playing hard, and I feel like we're doing really good.
What do you plan on improving to help your team?
We're hoping to win the championship, and we're just practicing all kinds of stuff and focusing on our own positions. And
Do you have any goals for yourself to help your team?
yeah, just winning the championship. And I think that's what the whole team is.
Oh, I'm here with Lisa Marie Presley. I'm so sorry for your loss, Miss Presley.
Go.
Hello. Now moving on to our movie segment. There are a couple new movies that have just come out with amazing special effects, such as Star Wars and Jaws.
In Star Wars, they use these deep space effects that we've never seen in any other movies before.
And in Jaws, who has ever seen a movie about a shark attacking people on vacation?
Oh my.
Jaws is such a stop.
Recently, a new movie called Saturday Night Fever came out, and all the characters on the show were wearing disco-type clothing. Now, a lot of people... Hello, we are here to talk about new...
Yeah.